Hi, fifth graders. We're going to move on to lesson 91 in science. Lessons 89 and 90 were both just experiments to do in the classroom. So since we can't do those, we're going to skip them over and go to lesson 91 and talk about gears. Okay, so last time we talked about fixed pulleys, movable pulleys, and pulley systems. And then the two experiments would have been using pulley systems and measuring and all that kind of stuff. So now we're on page 9, and we're going to talk about gears. So paragraph 1 describes a gear. A gear is a wheel with teeth around its rim. Gears that are different sizes have different numbers of teeth. Gears are used in many machines to change the direction of the effort, the amount of effort, or the speed at which a load moves. Okay? So at the beginning of the first sentence, you're going to highlight the word gear. So it's just a wheel that's got some teeth sticking out of it, and it works with other gears all together. So they change the direction of the effort. So it's kind of like all the machines that we've been talking about. Direction of the effort, the amount of the effort, or the speed at which the load moves. Okay, now we're going to talk about a gear train in paragraph 2. Two or more gears that mesh or interlock are called a gear train. When gears of the same size mesh, they turn in opposite directions at the same speed. When gears of different sizes mesh, they turn in opposite directions at different speeds. Okay? So if you think about a gear, like you have, I'm going to demonstrate with my hands here. So you have a wheel with these little teeth sticking out of it, and then you have another gear. They interlock like this. And when they move, they're going to move in opposite directions. Okay, so that's how they work together. They're going to turn like this in opposite directions, and the teeth are going to intersect with each other. That's how a gear is going to move. Okay, so if they're different sizes, they're going to go at different speeds. If they're the same size, they'll go at the same speed. Okay, so at the end of the first sentence, highlight the words gear train. That's what a gear train is. It's just two or more gears working together. Okay, so you have a picture of a gear train at the bottom of your page there. And if you have it printed out, you can draw arrows to show which direction each gear is moving. So remember, they're going to be moving in opposite directions. Okay, so gear 1 is going to move in a clockwise direction. That means the same way that a clock moves. Okay, so like picture a clock. How does the hands move on the clock? They're going to move in to the right. And then, so the other one would move counterclockwise, which would be the opposite direction. Okay, so gear 1, you can draw an arrow going clockwise. Gear 2, you draw an arrow going counterclockwise. Okay, so then gear 3, if you have a third gear, is going to go the opposite direction of gear 2. So it will also go clockwise. Okay, so gear 1, clockwise. Gear 3, clockwise. Gear 2, counterclockwise, because they're all going to be moving opposite from each other. And then gear 4 will also be counterclockwise. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So gear 1, clockwise. Gear 3, clockwise. Gear 2, counterclockwise. Gear 4, counterclockwise. And then gear 5, if gear 4 is going counterclockwise, gear 5 goes the opposite direction, which is clockwise. And then gear 6 is going to go opposite that, which is counterclockwise. So basically, all of your odd numbered gears are going clockwise. All of your even ones are going counterclockwise. Okay? All the odd, 1, 3, 5 are going clockwise. 2, 4, 6, counterclockwise. Okay? Whatever's attached to it, it's going opposite. Okay. And then we did have a gear system in the classroom too, so we would have observed how they all work together. Let's see. Once we go past that. And then we would have calculated results and all that kind of fun stuff. So mainly, the main thing to keep in mind is that if two gears are interconnected with each other, their teeth are going to interconnect and they're going to go in opposite directions. Okay, if it's attached to another gear, it's going in the opposite direction of the one it's attached to. Okay, and a gear train is just a bunch of them together, two or more. If you think of like a train, the cars on a train, they intersect together. They usually have like a little hook and they grasp on like that. Think of it like that, only it's with gears. Okay, so they all interconnect. They're going opposite directions. Those are the things to keep in mind. Okay, and just as a side note, idle gears, which means they're not moving, they're used to reverse the rotation of gears. So for example, the first and third gears would rotate in the same direction. Okay, and then to give you a better example than just my hands showing you gears, there's a slideshow with this so you can see what some actual gears look like and how they work together in a gear train. So you're going to look at the Lesson 91 slideshow and just kind of read along with the captions and look at the pictures to get a better idea of how gears work together. And then you're going to have a lesson review sheet to do after that as well. Okay, so until next time.